when I heard the news yesterday about this explosion and death, I was completely taken aback.
Exactly.
That why would you carry out such an activity without warning? Because yes, controlled explosions are allowed when you're doing construction of this magnitude, and anybody who plies that road will clearly see that the rocks that are there necessarily ought to be, blasted off, and properly compacted before the final surfacing can be done. But the expectation would have been that you provide notification. In fact, you involve the police because there's still a lot of activity on that stretch. To close the road at a particular time to ensure that human life is not exposed to any potential outcomes such as we encounter. And so your reporter says that there's been some explosions in the past that did not lead to any deaths, but of course has affected some property in the end. Of course, certainly, if it requires compensation, they certainly will have to be compensated, and people have to make the claim. And I'm sure that the authority that is involved would look at it and, and they stop showing these clips.
So you are feeling the pinch. Watch it.
Why?
You have to watch it.
Why? Because I'm the contractor on the site, or that.
Watch it.
Watching it would
so that you
would
see
restore.
what you're doing to human life.
Would restore. I'm not so sure that, to the extent that I speak for government, the sentiments that I express wouldn't be any different from what anybody in government will express.
I hope so, but it's government officials that are supervising, that are supposed to be supervising this project.
Well,
why should anybody die from road construction?
Yes, I agree, and that's why I said that certainly, some breach of protocol may have occasion. It's not in doubt, because explosions, you would know whatever volume that you're using and its likely impact that you want to achieve. And so if you put, say, some 100 grams of explosive material, you can anticipate the potential impact of that. If you put 1,000 or whatever volume that there is, you should be able to know what the potential outcome is and take the requisite steps to ensure that people are not plying the space. For all you know, it's entirely possible, and I'm conjecturing here, that those notifications may have gone. But you know our people, and I'm not for the life of me saying that that is what happened. But that potential may exist, that the contractor may have taken all the precautions, they would have put in all the requisite notifications. But some people choose to ignore. Okay? It's not an excuse. But that's why it ought to be investigated, so that if the contractor who is working on the site, if the consultant who are supervising, were negligent in any way, they certainly ought to be held to account. I'm not in the business of providing defenses where the issues are very clear and they are indefensible. As far as I'm concerned, when you are given a task, you are supposed to carry out that task in a manner that is
not you.
But the way you're showing it, how do you expect me not to see it?
You don't have to see it. Don't look.
Adi.
Don't look. That's why I said don't look. You are looking.
You need to exercise due caution to ensure that it's done in a manner that is not creative.
We're not being fair to Ghanaians. It's just not fair.
You see,
it's not fair.
The twist you put in it to it is what I have a problem with.
When I was reading the headlines of the newspapers
I'm coming.
I expected that some of the papers will even capture this. None of the papers.
You see, it is not for nothing that there are rules and laws and or remedies for negligent action. It is not for nothing. It's a clear recognition that people may act in a manner that requires them to be held liable. And of course, so to put a twist to it that you are not being fair to Ghanaians, I don't think you are being fair to our viewers.
For doing what? For
making that kind of comment.
That you're not being fair
to
Ghanaians.
So who is not being fair to Ghanaians?
Okay,
somebody has clearly acted subject to investigation, of course, but loss of lives have occasioned. Okay? And so those people, if they are culpable, nobody is going to say that let them go scot-free. Because if you do so, then you are not being fair to Ghanaians and the families that have been affected.
Yeah,
but the fact that an accident has occasioned, how does that amount to not being fair to Ghanaians?
This is obviously an avoidable accident.
So that's why you have to investigate. But because it is avoidable, that's why the people who caused it ought to be held accountable.
Okay.
How is that not being fair to Ghanaians?
Okay. So
how does that even come up? How does that even come up?
If it's avoidable.
So let's be fair.
If it's avoidable.
I'm saying that, but that's why.
And we didn't avoid it. You are not being fair.
That's why it's an accident. That's why people ought to pay. Because if it was obvious that it was likely to happen without any associated related matters, then issue of culpability or liability does not arise.
Okay.
So please don't put twists.
Oh, me, I'm not going to change my mind.
Well, that you have to.
I'm not.
You have to.
I'm
because
not.
The question of not being fair to Ghanaians, that's not
so worked up on this.
No,
but what he was saying was not about, it was just about, the fairness was just that whoever was involved in this was not, these persons were not
But that's why they have to be held liable. Okay. It is not under any circumstance going to restore their lives. And I empathize with the families of the people who have lost their lives. But the people who caused this ought to be made to pay.
So make them pay.
But so yesterday was when this happened.
When?
Yesterday.
We had a report yesterday. No, the accident happened 3 days.
3 days ago.
And so you make them pay in 2 days.
So the videos came.
And you make them pay in 2 days.
Egyapa, it was just minutes ago that we criticized the police for waiting for more than 24 hours and more before issuing a statement on this accident that occurred at Egyapa. Hold on. That was hours after people had called out the police on social media before they released statements.
I saw.
Are we doing the same thing?
I saw.
Here?
Wait, I saw a police statement on the Sunday. Right? I saw a police statement on the Sunday.
Which police?
Maybe not in this manner. Yes, of course.
Not this one.
Not in this manner, but they put out a statement to indicate that the people have been arrested. The young man has been arrested.
No. The first one they didn't say young man. They only gave us.
No. That was the delay though.
Oh, on the Sunday there was a statement from the police.
No.
They only gave you what?
The statement came Monday morning.
So Monday morning they issued a statement.
Wait, police investigate. Oh, this
they issued a statement on the Monday.
So this was when was 12.
So look, Annie.
When was 12?
Look, Annie. The point that I'm making.
So the first statement that came says that the Ghana Police Service commenced.
Yet you are sitting here saying that they only released a statement on Tuesday.
The police statement delayed after the accident.
But they did. No, I don't have a difficulty.
It's a fact.
Look, I don't have a problem. Your expectation may be that immediately it happened 1 second after that they issue a statement.
Yeah, simplifying.
No, I'm not. Or that in an hour they should issue a statement. Or that in 6 hours or in 5 hours. The point is this, that they have responded. And their response is to inform the public that these are the actions that they've taken since then. Okay? I'm saying that, yes, it's right that they do that. But should they end there? Obviously not. We've all sat here and spoken about the need for the people who are culpable, including the parents, to be held accountable and all that. Relative to this Kasoa explosion or Bujumbura explosion, you made the point that it's being unfair to Ghanaians. And I'm saying that don't put that kind of twist to it.
Why?
Because
I'm at liberty to do that.
Well, you're at liberty to do it, and I'm at liberty to indicate to you.
Okay.
Putting that twist to it is not being fair to our listeners and our viewers.
Okay.
The point is this. Somebody clearly has not done what was expected to do within the established protocols for demolishing these things. Because ordinarily, you expect that when explosions take place, people will not be there to be affected.
Do you not agree that it means that someone also failed?
But that's why they have to be held accountable.
Supervising.
I don't have a difficulty.
Okay.
No issues.
Okay.
And I've said it here.
Okay.
That the people, they ought to investigate because it's entirely also possible. And you're making me, play that devil's advocate, which may sound insensitive to the people who have died. But you and I know that it's entirely possible that they followed all the protocols and still this happened.
Okay. Okay.
But you have to investigate. And if people were culpable, if people are blamable, you hold them to account. And I'm saying that is a call that anybody in his right sense will support.
Okay.